Hey, what's up you guys? So today I'm doing my TBR for Trick or Treat-a-thon and I'm so excited to bring it to you today, and I also have an exciting announcement for a giveaway we're doing. So I'll have all the rules up here on the screen, but basically if you upload a TBR video or an Instagram post with your TBR before the 15th of October, you'll be entered in the giveaway and one person will receive a book from the Amazon wishlist. And that is open to anyone in any country that Amazon wishlist sends to, so definitely get on that. And it has to be in before the 15th of October, and you have to be following us on either Twitter or Instagram, whatever one that you send the link to your video to, or obviously if you do an Instagram post, if you tag us. And remember, if your Instagram is private, then we cannot see your post, so keep that in mind when tagging us and stuff like that. So yeah, this is my TBR. This is all the books that I plan on reading for Trick or Treat-a-thon. I struggled a little bit with some of these prompts because I don't have any physical books with me. I only have what I've already got downloaded on Audible, and then obviously there's Audible like Unlimited, and I have a couple of ebooks as well, but to be honest I'm mostly in the audiobook realm right now. So yeah, anyway, let's see what I'm going to read. So for Halloween, which is to read a book that gives you autumnal vibes, I am going to read Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix, and this is a horror book about a group of women who all survived massacres at some point in their past, and they've banded together and they have this support group that they go to work through their trauma. And then one day one of the women disappears and they start to think, oh my god, maybe someone's after us, and then the story goes from there. And I'm really excited for this because I have read all of Grady Hendrix, not all actually, I think I'm missing one, almost all of Grady Hendrix horror books at this point, and I have loved most of them. There's a couple that I'm like mixed opinions on, but overall like there's none that I dislike, so I'm excited to read his newest one and hopefully it's really great. So Friday the 13th prompt is to read a book with a number in the title, and I will be listening to the audiobook of Aliens 3, which is a recording of a leaked script of what Aliens 3 or Alien 3 could have been. If you don't know, the Alien movie franchise is a horror sci-fi franchise starring Sigourney Weaver, and it's all about aliens and space and stuff like that, and this Alien 3 script became kind of like a fan favourite after it leaked online, but it's not what the actual Alien 3 movie is, so I think it'll be quite interesting. I actually really enjoy Alien 3, which I think is an unpopular opinion, but I think it's pretty fun. It's very fast paced and stuff, so it'll be exciting to see what this potential other movie could have been. And I think I read on the description that it's like a full cast recording, so that'll be pretty fun. And yeah, hopefully it's good. I think it'll be quite interesting. It'll be something different. For Nightmare on Elm Street, we are to read a book at night, and for this I will be reading The Uncanny by Sigmund Freud. I recently visited his house in Vienna, which is now a museum, and it was really interesting, so I bought this book. I've read like 24 pages so far. It's non-fiction obviously, and it's kind of his case studies in this collection is all about ones that examine how dreams kind of unlock childhood memories and stuff like that. And there's a whole chapter slash study on Leonardo da Vinci, which I think will be quite interesting. But yeah, I'm liking it so far, but it's slow going because of just the nature of what it is. But this will be my book that I read at night, and also it kind of is perfect because it's about dreams. Nightmare on Elm Street is about dreams, so I didn't even realise that at the time, but that works pretty well. For the Child's Play prompt, we are to read a middle grade book, and for this I'm going to be reading Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. I have read this countless times over the years, but it's been a little while. I think it's been at least a year since I read it, and I just love visiting it again. It's so quiet, so easy to read, and it's just so fun and whimsical. And if you don't know, somehow Alice's Adventures in Wonderland is about a girl, Alice, who falls down a rabbit hole and has this zany, nonsensical adventure in Wonderland and meets a whole host of weird, interesting characters along the way. And I just love it. It's such a childhood favourite for me. Like, it's one of the books I remember reading like really early on as a child, and I have this vivid memory of getting it for the first time. I was with my this could be a fake memory, by the way. I mean, Sigmund Freud probably say something about that, but the memory I have is that we were in Glasgow with my gran. I'm pretty sure like all of us grandkids were there, and then she said like, oh, you can like pick any book and I'll buy it, and I picked Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. That might not be a real memory, but anyway, that is the one in my head. So yeah, it's just a very nostalgic book for me, and I love it. So for Scream, which is to read a book that will keep you guessing, I'm listening to the audiobook of Project Kawayan by Randy Rebe. He wrote Patron Saints of Nothing, and I absolutely loved that book. It was one of my favourites of last year. So I found this on Audible. It's an Audible original, and it's a choose your own adventure book, which I have no idea how that's going to work on Audible, but I'm really excited to find out. And the kind of starting premise is that you wake up in an underground cavern, like suspended in midair, and you have no memory and you don't know how you got there, who you are, anything like that. So that is literally like, will keep you guessing. Like you have no idea who you are. So there literally cannot be a bigger mystery than that. And yeah, I just think this will be so unique because I've never read a choose your own adventure book since I was like really young, especially when that I'm pretty sure this is aimed at like a YA adult audience. So that'd be interesting. And then obviously also I love the book author's other book, so I think this will be really fun and definitely will keep me guessing. For Texas Chainsaw Massacre, we are to read a book that is set in the real world, and for this I'm going to be reading Heaven by Miko Kamakami. And this is a book about a young boy and a young girl who are both being bullied at school, and they kind of form this friendship together based on the fact that they have no one else, and then they really grow to depend on each other. And it says something about how like will their friendship survive like the terror that they are experiencing, and then it really describes like beautiful writing, and like I think there's gonna be a lot more to the book than that. I think that sounds a little bit surface level, but just from like the description of the book on Audible, I really am expecting big things from this. I think it'll be really like heartfelt, really like just gripping, and I think there's gonna be a lot more to it than that. So that is definitely set in the real world. It's just about these two kids at school being bullied. So it's a very real issue and definitely like set in the real world. For I Know What You Did Last Summer, we are to read a Backlist book, and for this I'm going to be reading What Happened by Hillary Clinton. I have had this on my Audible for a while, I think since I read Barack Obama's book, because she narrates it herself, which I always love. Like, it adds so much to the story for me. And it's just her story about running for the 2016 presidential election, and all of her opinions on what she did right, what she did wrong, and obviously on Donald Trump, and then like that election day where the next president was announced, like what went through her mind and everything like that, and probably a little bit afterwards as well. And I just think it'd be really interesting. I'm not a super political person, but I actually really love these books where really big politicians get like deep into their emotions and their personal feelings on different things, rather than just like, you know, what they're supposed to say when they're in office or when they're in that moment. When it's after the fact, and they can really like examine properly like what was going on. I think that's really interesting. So yeah, hopefully I get this one. It's a bit longer, but I really do want to listen to it. I think that Hillary Clinton's a really interesting woman, and I think it'll be good. Our prompt for Slumber Party Massacre is to read a book, either as a buddy read or during a live show, and I'm kind of giving myself like a free pass with this one to just read any book that I want during the live shows. Whatever one I'm on at that moment will do for this prompt. So cheating a little bit, but hey, the chance of me actually getting through 9 books right now are a little bit slim anyway. And finally, for my Bloody Valentine, which is to read a book that features romance or a couple as main characters, I am reading Good Grief by Ngozi Anyanwu, and this is another Audible original, and it's actually a play with another full cast, which I am really excited to listen to. And it's about a Nigerian American first generation girl who does everything she's meant to. She goes to med school, she becomes like, or she's on the way to becoming a successful adult in the eyes of her parents, and then it just says that life happens and that she has to navigate the world with like her childhood crush, and I'm assuming there's going to be some romance there. And yeah, I just think this sounds quite interesting. I really love reading or listening to like books with full casts and stuff like that. So I think it'd be interesting. And then also, you know, since it's a Nigerian American perspective, I think that would be unique as well, compared to some of the other books in this TBR. So yeah, I think it's going to be quite interesting, and it's really short as well. It's only like an hour and a half, which is perfect for a readathon. So those were all the books that I'm going to read for Trick or Treat-a-thon. The majority of them are audiobooks, but there's a couple ebooks in there, I think, was it? Actually, I think they were all Audible books. Anyway, I'm sorry, that's my life right now. I'm all about the audiobooks. So if you enjoyed this TBR, please leave a like, please subscribe. I hope you're taking part in Trick or Treadathon, and I would love to see your TBRs. Again, remember we're having that giveaway, so definitely take part if you can. And I think that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. I hope you're enjoying my travel vlogs. Right now I'm in Nuremberg in Germany, which is really nice. It's got this whole like medieval type of area, but honestly the vlog for that might be out before this video's out. So never mind. If it is, go back and watch that vlog or any of my vlogs. I'm rambling now as always, so thank you for watching and I will see you in my next video.